charts and double question types. Okay, even here also we have double question types. You'll come to know. Okay, so those who have just joined today, a quick recap. Task one is all about illustrations. Illustrations means diagrams where you have where you need to describe it in 150 words, and time given for task one is 20 minutes. Task one is 20 minutes. Okay, and types of questions are pie charts or bar graph, line graph, diagrams, processes, maps. Okay, these are the question types. Okay, yes. So now let's quickly look into a pie chart. Okay, or these there are two pie charts here. So the illustration is given like this, something like, one second. Let me wear my specs. Okay, so it has. Can you see my screen, guys? Yes. Yes, you all can see. Okay. So it has nursing, engineering, social studies, psychology, carpentry, and sports science. Okay. So it is divided. These are all like enrollments of courses actually. Okay. They have taken it. Okay. So in 2010, this is what the percentage is, and 2012, this is what the percentage is. So now you know how to even write an introduction, right? So what is introduction? Introduction is nothing but you need to change or paraphrase the question into your own words. Okay. So the introduction can be one sentence also. Sometimes it will maximum go to two sentences, but there wouldn't be any third sentence usually. So introduction is of one or two sentences. That's it. Okay. So I want quickly everyone to read the question carefully, and whatever it is there also, in that also you can see. So when a diagram or illustration is given, you need to just check what is on the right hand side by x-axis, what is on the y-axis. All these things you need to check. Okay. For example, in introduction, C is given one sentence to introduce the graph or the pie charts. Okay, and what the graph is all about, and paraphrase the words. That is the introduction. Okay. Yes. So I want one sentence introduction, or if you feel that another sentence is required, that also you can do. But mostly one sentence introduction is enough. So I want everyone to type your introduction in our messages. There's a chat there, chat box. What you can do is you can actually directly type, or you can type it in your Word, open a Word in your computer, and then if you do it in from the computer, if you're listening this from the computer, you can actually do it from the laptop. Open a Word file. Yeah, you can open a Word file that you can type and send the introduction to me. Okay, so I'm just waiting. I'll give you 5 minutes. Okay, yeah, let's see. And those who have just joined today, those who are joined today, introduction is what we are trying to do. Introduction is nothing but paraphrasing this question. Okay. So let's see how many of you will paraphrase it. I want maximum words to be changed. Okay. Let's see. I know you can hear the thunder sounds, right? Those are, it's raining after so many days in Vizag. Okay, I can see that people are still joining. Okay, those who have just joined, uh, we are doing task one, and I asked to write. I asked many of the previous, joiners to write the introduction for the question. So this is task one of writing task. So you can type your introduction in the chat box. I'm just waiting. I'm very eagerly waiting for your introductions. So introduction can be one sentence, maximum two sentences. That's it. But here only one sentence can be possible. Hmm. Uh, Raviteja, Nikunj has typed. Okay, Nikunj has sent that in the pie chart we can see the ratio of six different courses. Okay, six different courses which which students had enrolled at a local education school in UK in the year 2010 as well as in 2012. It's not only in that, and you can also like say from 2010 to 2012. Okay, you can say that too. It is not only in those particular years from 2010 to even 2012 also you can say. Okay. Raviteja has sent the above pie chart. So no need to write above or below because when you're writing in the answer sheet, there wouldn't be any pie chart above. Okay. So you're just going to write the pie charts. The pie charts illustrate or the pie charts depicts. Very good. The pie charts depict or the pie charts depict actually. There are two charts, right? Depict the course enrollment at a state level education institute in UK in 2010 and 2012. Okay. We can see the sports, science, engineering courses uh, okay, are boom. So R is a present tense. Have boomed. So boomed is what EDs. Past tense you should use because the years which the illustration is done is in the okay. Like I said yesterday, even if it is 2003 April, if they are saying that in the upcoming test, then also it is past tense only. Okay. So whatever happened in the past, just see the dates. You're going to write it in the past tense. What if it is given in the future? Yes, some of the like especially we can see in maps. One of the types here in task one in maps, what happens is you they say in 2050 the area will change like this. So that is future. So there he's expecting you to write future tenses. Here you need to write past tense, right? Yes. So that you need to be careful of Raviteja. Otherwise, it's fine. The Shreya Iram has typed. So let's read Shreya's. The above diagram is showing how many students of intakes for six course structures in the local institution in UK. In the local institutions in UK, you can say that too. Oh yeah, there is only one college given. Local institution. Um, okay, local education institution UK in the year 2002. Okay. So if UK is given, add the UK. Okay, that's better. Even the question also it is given, right? So Iran, the pie chart depicts the ratio of admissions on six various departments of curriculum of the community college in the UK from 2010 to 2012. Good. So I'll read one more. Mohammed Maizam has said, I shared a jam file with the meeting. Okay. I don't know why he has sent that. Fine. I'll read Amit's. The pie chart illustrates the enlistments for six courses. Local institute, local institute in UK from 2010 to 2012. It's not 2012 to 2012. It is 2010 to 2012. It is represented in percentages. Not required again. Um Again, not required, but it's okay. Percentage is not required over there. That's what I was trying to say. Okay, okay, fine. Karina, the pie chart represents the outlook of enrollments of various courses at domestic education. Okay, domestic is not suiting. At local is fine. For local, you can say the state level is fine. Okay, domestic education in England between 2010 to 2012. Okay. Local, for a local, you can write state level. That is the better way of doing it. Okay, then let's see how the illustration is given for introduction. Okay, so after an introduction, like I told you yesterday, we are going to give overview and explanation paragraph 1 and explanation paragraph 2. Main paragraph means explanation paragraphs. Okay, so where you will be highlighting the features of the graph or the pie chart or the illustration. Okay, yes. So here it is. If you can see, yeah, someone typed it in all caps. Guys, don't type it in caps again. We need to know. You need to know where to give a capital letter and all. Okay, that's very important. Okay, the pie chart compares the proportion of enrollments on 6 different courses at a UK College of Education in 2010 and 2012. So it's very simply given, right? So the pie chart, actually the pie charts compare. So it's there are two pie charts, right? So it should be the two pie charts compare the proportion. Instead of percentage, is given the proportion. And obviously enrollments is given the same thing. Enrollments on 6 different courses. Okay, many people have even changed that to 6 different course types. They've changed. Okay, 6 different streams they have typed. Really good. Okay, so of UK of a college at a UK College of Education in 2010 and 2012. Okay. So the overall means that it is giving, you're giving the overview. Overall, we can see that. Okay. Or it is clear that these are the sentences where it says that it's an overview. So overall, we can see, or it can be seen that the greatest change was in the percentage of enrollments of the sports sciences sports science courses. So always the highest, whatever the highest is, and the lowest is, you can write both of them. Okay. So if you can see, the highest is always this sports sciences, isn't it? By the end of the 2012, obviously by 2012, the sports sciences were the highest, isn't it? From 11.9% to it went to 25.5%. So sports sciences were the highest. Okay. So we can also see that social studies were at a greater percentage, even in 2010 and even 2012 also, right? Yes. So both we can write if you want to. So here he has only wrote up. He only wrote about sports sciences. Obviously, it's a 9-man answer, by the way. And so the explanation paragraphs goes like this. You can just simply start. Okay. In 2010. In 2010, the most popular course was social studies. Obviously, he's talking about this because it is somewhere around 27% social studies. So in 2010, social studies was the most popular course. That is what he's stating here, representing just over a quarter of all enrollments. Okay. So he's saying about each and everything, it is little bit more, isn't it? So for that, he's saying over a quarter of all enrollments about other courses. Okay, it's just a small increase, or a little more, a little bigger proportion, than the other courses. That is what it means. And although it was still a popular course by 2012, it had fallen to one fifth of the total. So maybe it was the highest. scoring. Obviously, many people were joining for that or signing for that course. But by 2012, uh, a, a small slight decrease we can see. So that is said something like one fourth or one fifth of the decrease we can see in that trend. Okay, so one fifth of the total we can see by 2012 at 25.7%. Nursing was the second most popular subject to study. So now he's talking about the second most popular. So second most popular was nursing in 2010, right? After this 27%, it stood at 25.7% nursing. So that is the thing he's talking about. And then, but this fell significantly to only 14% after 2 years. Instead of saying in 2012 it fell to 14%, he said it in a beautiful way. See, but this fell significantly. So significantly is a vocab. Okay, great vocab to use. First 14%. So he's talking about this area. So from here to here, okay, it fell to this. So it's a visible change, right? So it's a visible change that it has decreased by 2012. That is what he's trying to say. Then initially is again a vocab. Enrollment on the sports science course was fairly low at only 11.9%. However, this figure increased dramatically over the 2 years to represent the largest portion of enrollments in 2012 by at 25.5%. So he's talking about again this sports sciences. By 2012, it went up to this. Okay. Then less less change has been seen in the remaining courses. Now, till now we were talking about sports sciences and nursing. These are the things only we're talking about. But now he's talking about other courses also. See, less change has been seen. So that means whatever it is greater here, he was talking about in the first paragraph, isn't it? Then obviously we need to compare and contrast between both. And here is mostly he's talking about the lower percentages. See, less change has been seen in the remaining three courses. So obviously enrollments on the engineering course went up slightly, 18%, 18.5% in 2012, but psychology remained virtually unchanged. So if you go to the paragraph, it's talking about maybe this one, okay, which is engineering. Okay, engineering is like a slight change here we can see, and here also for psychology also there's not much change, 15, and here it is 16. Okay, so he was saying that too. Let's see what else he has described. But the psychology remained virtually unchanged. This was also the case for the carpentry, which experienced low levels of enrollment throughout the period. So carpentry was always the lowest, isn't it? So mostly it stood somewhere around 8% in 2010 and 5%. So it was the lowest of in all the years or in these 2 years, 2010 and 2012. So this is the simplest form of explanation. And believe me, it is more than 150 words. And definitely if you write like this, seven bands, more than seven plus bands are in your pocket. Anyways, this is a 9-band essay, 9-band illustration. Okay. Someone asked me like in the first class, so how much will be awarded for task one? Task one is 3 bands again. When it comes to individual task two is 6 bands. But altogether, when it is combined, again 9 bands. Individually, it is given a score of 9 bands. And the criteria for to mark task one or task two is nothing but lexical resources, task achievement, coherence and cohesion, vocabulary, and grammatical range and accuracy. So these are the criterias where you will be marked down or marked under. I'm sorry. So If you feel, if he feels that the essay or the task one has more spelling mistakes, then you'll be marked under grammar. Okay, if the punctuations is not proper, okay, you'll be marked under grammar. If you, instead of writing capital letter at the starting, and for name of people, place, okay, or the proper nouns, if you're not doing that, if you, if the grammar is not proper, he'll lessen down the marks, okay, or the blank scores. Or if you're using same monotonous vocabulary every time, increase, 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 decrease, decrease, decrease everywhere, okay, instead of increase, you can write went up, went to the peak. Okay, this is the vocabulary you need, these are the vocabularies you need to use. Okay, you have all those vocabularies in our worksheets, you can go through, okay, to get a 7 plus band score. Okay, so that is one thing. And yeah, this is another pie chart. So we are going to discuss a different yeah, multiple graphs or multiple charts, or dual questions or dual graphs sometimes, you know. Yes, for example, like this, a line graph and a bar graph can be given. Okay, this is another type of, okay? One question type, one question is given. Okay, so the types of questions may be a line graph, bar graph, or a multiples also, or duals. You can say that, or double questions, something like that. So here we have a line graph shows the number of articles published per year by male and female UK university professors. So UK university professors were publishing some articles. Okay. And the bar chart shows the publications by subject area. So this is by subject area. Okay. This is how many publications they have done. Okay. So a line graph and a bar graph is given. And this also we can very beautifully explain it in, or write it in 150 words. Okay. By subject area over the same time frame from the from 4 UK universities. Okay. Summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons wherever relevant. So this is the main question, the line graph till UK universities. So this you need to develop one introduction. Okay, the introduction should be from the line graph to UK university. So this is a 2 sentence introduction, guys. Okay, here, because the introduction, the question itself is quite big. So you can write, you can conjoin these 2 sentences, or you can write 2 different sentences. Okay, yes, you can start typing it. I want an introduction for this too. Okay, yes, I'm giving you 5 minutes again. Those are typing from their mobile, I request you to, if you are typing from a laptop or a desktop, it's better you open a Word file and quickly type it and send it to me. That is better. Otherwise, if you can type really good in your mobile also, you can do it. I know it's a little big illustration of introduction. Yeah, you can follow these key points also. The best way to handle multiple graphs is by dedicating one paragraph for each graph. Okay, this is self-explanatory, but yeah, I will talk about it. First, let me let you give the introduction first. Then we'll talk about other paragraphs again. So, guys, writing is very simple. If you know how to describe anything, task one is quite easier. Only thing you need to little inculcate ideas and generate ideas is for task two. And if you're a good storyteller or a story writer, definitely, or you can give a really nice essay too. Yeah. So it's all about your opinion, your ideas, whatever you think, there you need to give. Okay. One more thing I forgot to tell you in task one, that this one is here you're not going to give your opinion. So according to me, according to my opinion, I believe that. So your beliefs, your opinions are not required here. Because it's an illustration, whatever it is there, according to the data, according to the diagram, that only you have to write. If you write a sentence starting with in my opinion, it's gone, guys. Gone in the sense, marks will be down. I mean, points will be down. Okay. By the way, they have not told how many band scores will they'll reduce for these kind of mistakes, for spelling mistakes or grammatical errors or lexical resources. They have told the criteria, do's and don'ts, but they didn't tell accurately how many marks will be cut for 4 to 5 spelling mistakes, something like that, right? Accuracy is what they have not given, but they told do's and don'ts. Don't make spelling mistakes. Uh, uh, Keep a paragraphing style really good. Okay, all these things they have told, but they have not told the exact how many points they're going to like deduct. So you have to be very careful in writing and also speaking. These two are in their hands, kind of thing. But listening and reading, it is like how many correct answers we get, those many band scores we get. For example, in writing, in reading, if you get 30 correct answers, 7 bands. Even it's same for the listening. So always aim for 30 plus for listening and reading. And for writing, be very careful with your like after writing your task one, task two, read it. Okay. Yeah. If someone has given the answer, I think the 2 points. No. Okay, I'm just waiting for the answers, guys. 5 minutes is already gone. Can you please send your responses? Okay, I got some of the responses. Okay, Nikunsha, yes, we can write in caps for listening and reading. That is allowed. Okay, yes. Okay, Vardhan has given the response, Vardhan and Satya. The presented line graph depicts the annual count of articles published by male and female university professors in UK. Very good. While the uh, okay, while the accompanying accompanying bar chart showcases the distribution of publications across the different subject areas from 4 UK universities during the same period. Okay, good, Vardhan. Vardhan, right? Yes. Then Satya, the line graph presents okay presents information on the amount of articles published annually from 2006 to 2012 by male and female university professors in the UK. By different genders, also you can write. Like Iram has given different genders, right? You can say that too because male and female is already given. So you can type by gender wise or by different genders, like Iram has said. Very good, very good. Yes, Iram's is also good. So Iram, you need to write both even. Okay. You wrote both bar chart also. The bar chart depicts announcements made by different stream areas over the identical period from different UK schools. Schools in UK. Instead of saying UK schools, schools in UK. That would be better. Actually, that is not a school, it's a university. Different by different educational institutions. That also you can say. Okay. Okay. That's better. Very good. So, are there any other responses for it? Let's go to the overview. Okay, before going to the overview, I just want you to have a look at this. The best way to handle multiple graphs is by dedicating one paragraph for each graph. For example, first, firstly, you'll write introduction, then overview. That is always there. After that, you're going to write the main paragraph, right? For the main paragraph, you're going to talk about the first line graph, if it is a line graph. Then you can talk about in the second explanation paragraph, you can talk about the second illustration, which is a bar graph here. So, overview, introduction, overview. Then you talk about the first explanation paragraph, second explanation paragraph. That's it. And guys, there is no what do you call conclusion in task one because you're not concluding anything here. Here, overview itself is a conclusion, but overview comes in the second paragraph. And some people, I mean, it is okay to give the overview in the last also. Like, for example, some people give like this introduction, explanation paragraph one, explanation paragraph two, and overview. But I suggest to give the overview in the second paragraph only because overview and introduction will get you the more percentage or will get you the more marks. Okay, because a lot of English is involved in it because you're paraphrasing the question introduction and also giving your own like observation in the overview. So these two paragraphs has to be first. Then explanation. Explanation is already there. This went up, this went down, this went to the peak, this decreased drastically, this was fluctuating. This is what you're going to say, right? With the percentages. So those are explanation paragraphs. But first two paragraphs are very, very important, guys. Introduction and overview. Okay. Yes. So yes, this is all about introduction, overview. Now we are going to see overview. Okay. Yeah, we also need to know that introduction, right? So there are two sentences or two types of introduction given here. The line graph illustrates the publication rate of UK-based university professors, comma, categorized by male and female, and the bar chart measures. So he's divided. Even though it is a different thing, he is divided with and. He's added with the sorry. He added the sentence with the conjunction and, right? And the bar chart measures the publications by four selected universities between 2006 and 2010. Same thing is talked about in a different way. See, the meaning is same. The line chart represents the articles count published by the UK university faculty categorized by gender, like Iram has said, by gender, right? Every year between 2006 and 2010. So every year between two. So every year was the publication, right? Yes. Meanwhile, the bar graph exhibits the total. Now he's talking about the bar graph, where he's talking about this. Okay. So meanwhile, the bar graph exhibits the total number of publications published by the UK universities across the three specifications during the same period. Instead of saying between 2006 to 2002, blah, 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 same thing, it will be monotonous, right? So during the same period. So how beautifully he has given it. So it is introduction. Okay, now overview. Overall, the publication rate of male professors remained more or less stable. Okay, whereas those of females increased significantly. So it's talking about publications of male. It didn't change much, isn't it? So it started something like this in 3000. It was on the same thing, in between went a little bit up, but there was not much change. But females from 1000 to 3000 it went. It's a drastic change, isn't it? Drastic increase. So that is what he's saying without using any what do you call any like numbers or digits or any other those numbers or years. He has just given the illustration overview like this. Okay. Then it is also seen that the majority of publications were in humanities. So obviously he's talking about this. The majority of publications were in humanities. Humanities were always popular in all the colleges or all the universities, isn't it? So he's talking about this one, humanities. Then this is also the same way is done. You can read it by yourself. Okay, I'll give you 2 minutes. Here is talked about Warwick, yeah, university name, right? He has used here. Here he has not used. So a slight difference, right? But beautifully explained. Overall means that overview, right? Yes. Now next is the main explanation paragraphs. So next two will be the main explanation. So what is given here? In 2006, the number of female publications stood 1,000 per year, while that the males was 3 times higher. Obviously, 3,000, right? So males were 3,000 and females were 1,000. That is what he's saying. Okay. And yeah, however, over the following 6 years, this gap closed as the female rate climbed noticeably to 3,000 by 2012. So obviously, this gap also filled. The female rate of publishing or publishing the this thing was went up, isn't it? The publishing rate went up, isn't it? So from 1,000, more or less, they came to the same level, right? Up to 3,000. Maybe it is somewhere around 3,003, okay, or 3,300. Sorry, something very near to that. That's what he's saying. Okay. Yes. Rate climbed to 3,000 by 2012, which nearly matched the males at around 3,300. So around means there's no micro measuring given there, right? So you can write around for about approximately all these kind of words. Okay. Again, same thing, whatever is talked about here in a different way. You can read it by yourself. Okay. So shall we go to the next para? That is the last para of this illustration. So the last para of this illustration is publications in the humanities. So now he's talking about the other illustration, which is a bar graph. Till now, he was talking about this illustration, isn't it? In the explanation paragraph. Now, in another explanation paragraph, he's talking about this bar graph. Okay, so let's see what it is written here. Publication in humanities were considerably higher than for all other subjects. Obviously, it is the highest, right? For all other subjects, for all the universities. So it is always popular, isn't it? That is what I'm saying. And particularly noticeable was Warwick. So Warwick was the highest in all, which had 120 over the whole period, far higher than the other establishments. So he's talking about University of Warwick, which has how many? 120 publications, and that too on humanities, isn't it? So that is what he said. It is written there. Then Warwick was also more prolific means is always popular in publishing in the sciences and arts at around 90, whilst Sheffield, York, and Birmingham all produced less than 45 in all these areas. Overall, Birmingham published the least. So he's talking about this. So obviously, all the publications of humanities, sciences, and arts, Birmingham was the least, and Sheffield and York was high in humanities, and Sheffield also went up to somewhere around 45 in arts. See, so he's talking about this. So overall, whatever the main features, you can write it and make sure you write up to or more than little more than 150 words, so that he will not mark you down under task achievement. If you write less than 150, you have not achieved the task. Okay, so that is one of the criteria, task achievement. Okay, so that is the entire illustration, guys. Okay, now yes, here all multiple tasks here. Like here, bar chart and table is given, pie chart and bar graph is given. Yeah, you can go through it. Yes. Now a process or a diagram. So this is also one of the types where a process or a diagram you need to describe. So now you will know, sir, how will we do this? How would a process or diagram we should answer? This also we need to answer it. Same four paragraphs. First should be introduction. Second would be overview, overall, whatever you see, and third and fourth paragraphs will be explanations. Okay, you will carefully see where the arrow mark is, how the arrow mark is going, what is being done in the image. Carefully, you'll read that, take 2 to 3 minutes or 4 minutes, understand it, and then start writing about the process. So here is talking about raw tea and the process of making raw tea and dry tea. Okay, so let's see what it's all about. So process diagram needs introduction and overview like graphs, but there won't be any comparison and change vocabulary used here. Obviously, comparison where we compare in between two graphs and two pie charts kind of thing, right? That won't be there, it's saying, because it's a process, a continuation flow you need to write about. Okay, rather we need to describe each important stage and explain in detail wherever necessary. Okay, we need to organize description in a logical way, linking all steps in correct sequence. Obviously, that is what logically we need to organize. Okay, we need to use present simple. We should use past tense for this task type. So obviously, whatever the years which is there in it, you need to use according to the past tense, according to the years, and simple present tense. If you want to write, okay, this is made like this happens like this, that comes in simple present tense, right? So definitely once you start writing the sentence, you'll understand. Try to focus on the process, and hence passive voice could be effective. So don't worry about passive, active, and these kind of thing. Whatever the illustration is, just understand it and write it, where you just need to feel that you're explaining someone through your writing. Okay, so what if someone has written something, you didn't understand it? That means he has not written in such a way that effectively, right? Is not written effectively so that you could understand. So you should also feel that yes, examiner has to understand my each and every point. So I have to be very clear in my writing. Okay, so just keep that in mind, and I think everything will be in place, guys. So simple present tense and past tense, we all know these things. We have been doing this from our childhood, right? About tenses and all. So don't worry much about it. So here, same thing, introduction, overview, main body paragraph, that is explanation paragraph 1, explanation paragraph 2, if at all, if it's necessary. Okay, yes. So how would you introduce a process here? The process is about making a tea, right? So introduce the process in your own words, something like here, nothing is given here, but you can talk about it just by understanding it. How the diagram presents the manufacturing process of two types of tea, that is birth raw tea and birth ripe tea. So raw tea and ripe tea, how they are made. Okay, so two types of teas. That is what the entire illustration is all about, right? Yes. Then, how will you write an overview to it? It's very simple again. Although, although the first three stages are the same for both. For example, maybe um, this one. Okay, first three stages are same. From here, the differentiation comes up, right? Yes. First three stages are same for the both these. It can be seen that the methods of production differ in final stages. Obviously, mostly in final stages, the method of making it is different. Okay, which accounts for the resulting variation of two types of teas. That's it, guys. This is what you need to consider. You need to just go through it, how and what the changes are coming. I mean, where it is going and where it is differing, or what changes it's happening in the diagram. That is what you need to write. Sir, where is the process starting from? I could not understand. So the process starts from here. Okay, so that is what we are coming to. Starting of the description will start like this. The first tea, the tea leaves. So here are the tea leaves. It is starting the arrow, you can see, right? Yes. The first tea leaves that have been picked are pan fried, and they are pan fried. So they are frying here, isn't it? Pan fried in order to inactivate the enzymes, maybe to inactivate some enzymes. So these you can talk about. For example, here it is already given why we are doing it. They just given it in some instructions, that's it, but we are going to construct in sentences, right? So you can't write pan fry, first stage is pan fry inactivating enzymes. No, you will write it in a sentence. That is what because this is an English exam and they need sentences. Okay. Okay. First, the tea leaves have been picked and pan fried in order to inactivate the enzymes. Following this, or the next stage is, you can write that also. Okay. Following this, the tea is rolled and afterwards spread out on a round mat. So they're drying it on a round mat, right? That is what it's talking about. Okay. Can dry under the sun. Okay, once it has been dried, the loose raw tea is ready to be turned into either ripe tea or raw tea. From here, it will come ripe tea or raw tea. From here, the differentiation comes. Okay, if the process splits up, mention it has described the each turn. So each turn you need to mention here. So this brackets you will not write. This is just to explain it to you. This is where the process diverges or differentiates or differs, isn't it? To make uh, ripe tea, the loose tea is fermented by being left to mold. Obviously, here it is left to mold, isn't it? And the raw tea, sorry, and for the ripe tea, what they're doing it, the resulting is loose ripe tea is then compressed. So having completed the fermentation stage, so from again he's taking that fermentation, from fermentation what he is doing, having completed the fermentation stage, the resulting loose ripe tea is then compressed. So again it is going under some compression. Okay, compressed, after which the tea is ready for sale. So here maybe the tea is ready for sale. Okay, regarding the alternative process, before being ready for sale as vintage raw tea, the loose tea is first compressed and then left to age by storage. So vintage tea is obviously vintage is nothing but old, right? So vintage tea is derived when it is left for few days or few days or few maybe years also, we don't know exactly, is not given. So left for few days to get compressed. so that it becomes a old tea or a vintage raw tea. Okay, so this is what you need to explain. So see, don't worry about okay, I'm not a tea specialist, how can I explain? In general, whatever you see, you're going to illustrate. Here they're going to check your spelling mistakes again, how well you're making sentences. Okay, here only instructions are given, but you're going to convert them into sentences. Okay, yes. What is aging? Aging is nothing but get to make it, leave it for a longer time. Okay, to make it old. Vintage, aging, old. These all come under the same thing. Yes. Storing for a amount of time. Yes, yes. Very good, Soumya. So this is about, I mean, I just want to know you that, yes, even this can be your question type. Okay. So all you need is if you have beautiful English, definitely you can score 7+ bands. But even if it is not, try to construct sentences, try to read these kind of diagrams, illustrations, guys. We have a hell lot of material in our website. Just go through it. Even we have one-to-one sessions where once you write your task one and task two, we correct them. Okay. And give you the band scores. Okay. Yes. So this is another process. It talks about how chocolate is produced. Okay. From trees, it's like I mean the chocolate or the cocoa is collected. I'm sorry, cocoa is collected till the final product. Okay. Yes. The process of making chocolate. Okay, this is again yes, process of manufacturing bricks, how bricks are made. Okay, simple illustrations, guys. Then comes maps. So I was talking about maps earlier, right? Yes. So maps can be sometimes they can give an year which is surpassing our years, I mean the current year, right? So for that, maybe I can show you something like this. Future years also they can give sometimes. uh, it is not given here. Present. Okay, present is this actually. You have to write in present tense, but sometimes they give it in future tense also. Okay, so this is an illustration for map. So maps are a different illustration, right? But here also you're going to write same old paragraphs. Again, you're going to change this into your own words and write the introduction. Then overall, what you can see, you can write, and then you're going to give explanation paragraphs. Okay, this time I want everyone to write an overview for this. What is happening in 1990 and what happened in 2005? Okay, what happened in 1990 in this map and what happened in 2005? So read the question and give me an overview, not the introduction. Okay. Yes, your time starts now. Yeah, you can start the sentence by saying overall, we can see that. Okay. Or we can say the two maps. Overall, we can see in two maps that you can start like that. Or you can also say it is given from the two maps given in the years 1990 and 2005. You can say that too. Yeah. So have 2 more minutes to write your overview. Not the introduction, only the overview. what are the changes you can see from the above map to the below map? What is high, what is low, or that means what is prominently seen over there? That I want. Not the entire explanation, guys. Only the major change which you can observe according to you again. Okay, yes, the modifications has fallen in between 1990 and 2015 Seaside Resort. Madhu has given it. The modification has taken in between. Okay, that's what he said, right? Okay. Okay, overall, the supermarket and the apartments are constructed on southwest side of the map in 2005. Okay, overall, we can see a major improvement. You can also say that. Okay, that is observed in southwest side of the map in 2005. You can say that. Shubham has given overall the supermarket and the apartments are don't just say that there have been many changes. You need to choose some specific points. Look for what the major changes have been. So that is what you need to do. So a noticeable change in the replacement green factory came over here. Here also, many trees were cut and airport came, I think, right? Here also, lot of the greenery area is cut, even here, here to here. Okay. Yes, supermarket came, isn't it? So that is what he's talking about, isn't it? Yes. So we can talk about that. Let's see the entire illustration. If you want, you can take a pic of it. You can take a pic of it. Even end of the day, you'll also get this. Yeah, the entire. Uh, yes, someone has typed. Overall, we can see major transformation from 1990 to 2000 in seaside resort where trees are cut and replaced with buildings or factory. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, so here is some of the illustrations given. I mean, the sample illustration is given. How the map illustrates the changes that have occurred in Templeton, a seaside resort over the 10-year period beginning in 1990 and ending in 2005. So here it is what the explanation or the paraphrasing given for this question. Okay, the most noticeable change is the replacement of many green areas with several major infrastructures begin. Okay, sorry, infrastructure projects. To begin, there were several. So this can be, see, here till here only it's overview. He has mixed overview and explanation paragraph. Okay, so don't do that. Overview should be separately given. To begin, there were several major changes in the transport of the towns. Yeah, yeah, this sentence also can be given as overview. Okay, and from here you can cut it to the explanation paragraph. An airport has been built beside the river on the outskirts of the town. Obviously, an airport has been built here. And then, in addition to this, the ferry port was constructed on the far east coastline with a new railway extension line passing by the ferry port. So, ferry port also has been constructed and continuing along with the coastal and crossing over the bridge. So, it connects the west side of the town. So, obviously, a bridge is also be constructed. So, to connect to the coastal area. Then there are also been the business sectors in Templeton. They were also constructed. A factory has been seen in the, yeah, obviously a factory is also there, like we have seen, right? This one. So bridge, factory, supermarkets, all these things is told about here in this year. The residential landscape has also altered on the west side of the town, where large apartment blocks now stand in place of houses. Before, they were all houses. Now, the large apartments came in here instead of small houses, right? So, this is the way you should do it, guys. Okay. Though you can access this material from our website again. Yes, you can go through it. All you need is you need to know how to write a map, how to write a illustration of a pie chart or a bar graph, okay, or a process. If you know, if you work on each type of question, definitely task one will be quite easier for you, okay. But maximum spend your time more on task 2. Complete task 1 in 15 to 16 minutes. Jump off to task 2. Write more and more effectively of about task 2, because task 2 is all about essay writing, and essay writing weightage is more. Okay. So don't completely spend half an hour. Some people, some students, what they do is they spend half an hour in task 1. So that means you're eating time for task 2. Don't do that. Complete within 20 minutes if it is possible. Complete within 15 to 16 minutes. Jump off to task 2. Okay. Yes. So this is all about task 1, guys. I hope you all understood. If you have any questions, you can post me in the chat box. Yes, and you can also view this recording of this day for tomorrow. Okay. And also you have a test to where you can actually give a mock test for writing. Okay. So you can give the mock test, and this mock test is accessible till Sunday night. It's not like from this hour to this hour. Like previously we did it for listening and reading. This is accessible in this hour only. But writing task, it needs time, isn't it? So in the examination, time is only for 1 hour. But here we are giving where you can attempt. Some people want to attend at this hour, this hour, this hour, right? For them, we are giving from tomorrow till Sunday evening, Sunday night. You can post your answers for writings, task 1 and task 2. So this is the mock test. Please attempt it so that you will get your band score. You'll know your band scores. You'll know where you're standing in your writing. Because if you're planning to write IELTS, it is very essential. Okay. Thank you, guys. And anything else for me? Sir, actually, I am a new joiner for these classes. I have my speaking exam on Monday. So, can you suggest me how to score high band score? I know it is very off the topic. Tomorrow, I mean, Monday, we're going to start speaking, Satya. So, anyways, I can I only say is be confident. Okay. So there are three parts in task. There are three parts in speaking. Uh, Whatever they ask, speak speak clearly, concisely, and crisply. Okay, that is what they want. Okay, so show your confidence levels. Don't make any mistakes which are quite noticeable. Speak fluently. Fluency is what they require, apart from grammar and other mistakes. Okay. Yeah. So definitely tomorrow, that is Monday, we're going to discuss on speaking. Okay. Even if you write your exam also, please do attend. It's good to know, right? Yes, Satya. So thank you guys. Have a great weekend and stay safe. Bye bye.